Hey there, Zach with iBluSend. I'm the founder of iBluSend, and I'm planning to actually drop quite a few videos over the next couple weeks on this YouTube channel. It's a brand new channel, so first off, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. As you know, it helps a lot. This particular video is going to cover some of how things work and how they integrate with GHL and how you map sub accounts and how you invite white label users to our platform. One thing we recognized as being a GHL agency ourselves is there was no good system on the market that allowed agencies or businesses to essentially bring their own devices and really manage iMessage in GHL properly. So over the past couple of years, we've developed this system to be a comprehensive solution for iMessage for GHL sub-account users, agencies, and small businesses, as our system is a self-contained CRM built around iMessage. The thing I really want to cover today, and where we've had a lot of questions, is how does our system work, first of all? And secondly, how does the white label system work? So I'm going to hone in on specific features every week so that way I can go over how things work specifically for individual features. So today is going to be all about sub accounts, mapping GHL to the organizations in our system, connecting devices, and how you invite a white label client portal user and why that matters. And let's jump right in. So first off, when you sign into our dashboard, you're going to see the command center, and there's lots of good information here. I'm not going to jump into too much of that today. Like I said, I'm going to stay focused on the primary task at hand, which is the management of organizations in our system, which correlates to sub accounts in GHL. So first off, you'll notice that I have 3 cards, and if you click any of these cards in the system, this is really important. So as a GHL agency, you're typically going to create an organization first, which is going to be your agency sub-account. So if you've got your own devices and you're an agency and you want to have multiple devices for cold outbound or just for the general communications in your CRM, one thing that's really important here is you're going to select this as your primary device. So this is essentially like GHL. You're going to have your agency sub-account. This works very similarly. So think of it like this, okay? You're going to create new organizations in our system, and the naming convention really matters here. That's why we have lots of little tooltips. So I would typically name a new organization exactly the same way as I name a sub account. So if it's that business name, you want to name it that, so that way when you connect up everything matches. So I've already done this, so I'm not going to go through the whole process, but I created one here called Funnel Demos. And I've already connected a GHL sub account that is called Funnel Demo. And the reason I did it this way is because we're going to do a invite to a white label client user here real quick. And we've named everything specifically to this device. So the white label client user will see this account in their system in a scrubbed white label version of our platform, but specific to those white label client users. So real quick, I'm just going to reconnect this GHL account so you can see how this works. There we go. We got to log in. It'll do this thing. We wait for the authentication. We're going to go through, and by the way, we have workflow actions and triggers, so you can build advanced workflows using our system. And like I told you, naming convention really matters here. So let's just go ahead and find this one. Maybe if I could put funnel in there, right? And we want to select both of these options. One is for the primary conversation provider in GHL under your advanced settings, under telephony settings. And the other is for just generally communicating out of the conversation view. So we're going to go ahead and proceed and connect this. And I'm going to go back to some importance of why we want to do this right. So we've got this organization that we've created in our system. And this organization has to be mapped to a device and a sub account. We've already mapped it to the primary sub account. We can assign a user here too. It will pull the users from GHL automatically. And we have some other integrations. Again, I'm not going to spend much time on those, but we can pull GHL calendars right from our system here. So we've got an organization that doesn't have a device, right? We've got one that just has an organization. This is going to be a white label client organization that's mapped to their device. So let's jump right in on that. So here we go. We can see that it's pretty much ready to go. If we click the card, there is no device connected. Well, if you're on the agency plan, you have up to 20 sub accounts that you can connect. And so you would create the 20 organizations in here. And if you're doing white label for all of them, then you're going to map their sub account to each one. That's why the naming convention really matters here. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to settings, okay? And we've got a lot of walkthroughs here to explain how things work. And we want to make sure that, like, hey, if you're inviting a white label client, you know how this works. So you can see that right there on the dashboard. One of the first things you're going to want to do, though, before you invite a white label client is go to the white label tab, and you want to make sure that you upload all of your branding. So you're going to have the primary logo, the favicon, your brand colors. You're going to want to set all those up. You're also going to want to connect your custom subdomain here, which you can do with our system. Reverse proxy through Cloudflare, really easy to set up. And depending on where your domain provider is, this will walk you through how to set that up properly. And you can also customize all sorts of cool stuff, like the loading logo, the login page image, and you can really experiment with that for how you want that to look. So we really customized a lot there. You can customize the way the navigation looks. You can customize your footer, your emails, and you can even go into the preview just to kind of see what these buttons look like. So let's go back to the domain. As you can see, I've already connected a domain. It's portal.fixes.ai. And based on your agency, it would be portal or whatever, portal.youragency.com. So pretty easy there. So once you've done all of that, I'm going to want to invite a white label client portal user. And why are we doing this? So the main reason is because if we have a white label client profile, they probably don't know that they're using GHL. Maybe they do, but just in case they don't, we want to invite the team member in such a way that doesn't show them GHL branding and doesn't show them iBluSend branding. That's what white label is essentially. So we are going to invite this role as client white label user. And you can put in their email, you can set the password for them, and they're going to receive an email from iMessagesender.com, not iBluSend. So really key thing here. And it won't have any of our branding, it'll just have the agency branding, which is really cool. And in this, keep in mind, the user can sign in with Google when they get the invite link. So I've already done this. I've invited this particular user because I want to record a video pretty quickly and run through this process. But you can see here, this user get activated. So I've already copied the link in. So the email came in, that white label user received it, and you've already done the important stuff on the front end. You've created the organization, you've mapped their sub account to it. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this invite email that they received. The link in the email is gonna take them to the sign-in page that looks customized, as you can see here. And this is the beauty. This is a true white label setup for you and your clients. So I've already integrated this with Google, so I'm just gonna sign in with that user so you can see how this looks. And boom, authentication through Google, we're signed in, beautiful. So we're on a blank slate here, and this is what your white label client user is going to see. They're going to see a dumbed down version of iBluSend. And well, why did we do this? Again, they're remote sub accounts. Maybe they're in another state or another country. We want to be able to invite them without exposing GHL or mapping connections to GHL sub accounts. And we also didn't want to show our branding because you purchased an agency plan that gives you white label capability. So really cool here. Let's hop into accounts and check this out. They can see the organization that you mapped for them on the invite. So this is sweet here. And basically we can see that the CRM connection is connected. We don't call it GHL, and they can add a device right here. Check this out. And it says right here, download iMessage Sender Bridge. We have a Mac OS version of this app that doesn't expose any of our branding. So they basically are going to download this bridge. So I'll just hit download. And I'll save this, boom, okay, it's saved. Now I've already got this installed, so we don't really need to spend much more time on that, but let's go back here. And this is coming soon, the iOS bridge. I won't get into that yet, but not active yet, but it's something we're working on, and that's why you'll see it there. You're gonna click next here, and so you can either name a workspace, but for their case, they're not. We're giving them a workspace. We wanna keep it super simple. So it's already selected, they don't have to do anything here. They're gonna click next, okay? I'd recommend you tell the white label client user to name their bridge something that kind of pertains to their sub account. So, hey, name your bridge funnel demo. So if it's their business, painting, creek painting, or whatever it is, have them name the device this way. This is just helpful for naming convention again. So you'll notice in here, we've got a copy and paste token for the bridge. Okay, so we've got this token. What do we do with the token? So we're gonna copy this and we're gonna just drop it into the bridge. So there's the bridge, and we're just gonna drop it right in there, and we're gonna refresh and connect. At this point, your white label client is now connected to the bridge. And there's a few things you definitely wanna do. You wanna make sure that accessibility is enabled in security settings in Apple. This is really important. Again, reminder, the phone, iCloud, and the Messages app, iCloud, have to be signed into the same iCloud account for this to work with cloud syncing turned on. So obviously, if we want to connect up full disk access, you've got to go to your privacy and security settings, and you have to make sure that full disk access is granted. So this is really important here. I'm going to go ahead and add this other application. Say okay, and we're going to find iMessage Sender Bridge, and we're going to open here. And this is going to quit that and reopen it so we can establish that connection. And now you can see all green across the board, and we can see all the messages starting to flood in since I just connected this device. So pretty slick there. So they've done this. They can just click next now, and your white label client portal now has connected their bridge. You've set up their GHL sub account, and they can start iMessaging in Highlevel. So really key piece here. If you have any more questions, happy to answer them. Drop them right in this YouTube channel. Again, if you've got a minute, please like and subscribe. We're really doing some amazing things here at iBluSend, and please watch for additional tutorials. We're gonna walk through how everything works from start to finish. So thanks again. Love you all. Thanks for joining the iBlue tribe.